Personally, I've yet to have an experience that truly magnifies me going with my morals and principles. I have had situations where I really had to stand my ground on what I believe in and what's best for me personally and for a group of people, even if they don't see it at that time, and what's just best in the long run and what's a waste of time. I go to an extremely small school, and so you kind of feel guilty and pressure to do almost everything they offer. And every activity, whether it's basketball, National Honor Society, you're expected to pay your time. There's, there's only so much time in a week and in a year. And sometimes you're put into a dilemma of what do you choose and what's more important. The pressure is definitely heaviest when it comes to participating in sports. You're almost begged by coaches, your peers, and even parents to participate in almost every sport. You're basically expected to, as if your other activities aren't relevant, as if you do not have to focus on them, especially academics above sports. Um, it's a battle every sports season. You're constantly being confronted by all these people, begging you, asking you why you're not playing, and you have to reiterate every time of why you don't want to play. So this year, when basketball is signed up to come around, we have a meeting with a head coach. He basically tries to recruit these girls who've probably never played basketball more than once in their life and are expected to play on a varsity level. And I guess he didn't see the flaw in that. And so we ended up with just a handful of girls, literally. And I was one of them at the time. And one night I just got thinking and thought, I don't see the relevance in playing basketball right now. I don't see the benefit in 10 years. I don't care to play. I don't want to play. Why should I? So I decided not to play. So I had a small meeting with the coach, and he was shocked. And so was basically the community. I was just flabbergasted at how bad I was chastised for not wanting to play a sport. You're expected to. I specifically remember a few meetings later into the dilemma, him calling all the high school girls into a coach's office. And as he spoke, he was excusing girls who weren't playing basketball. And eventually there I was remaining with the basketball girls. And he was speaking to me as if I was playing basketball. And then he hands out a season schedule. I crumbled up the schedule. I didn't want anything to do with it. He obviously knew that. And he asked me why I was being hostile, to quote him, which I wouldn't say I was. And I told him, not as tacky as it would seem, that maybe not to you, but to me and most people, sports aren't everything. They really aren't. They really don't have a relevance to the big picture of life unless you're LeBron James and you make a career out of it. I'd been there, done that. I didn't want anything else to do with it. And I didn't think many of the other basketball girls did either. They just didn't care to speak up. So ultimately, I decided to focus on academics and scholarships and applying for colleges. What true things that will benefit me in the long run, and not put any of the girls through a grueling season of basketball. And I don't know if people see that now, but I hope in a few years they'll acknowledge that I didn't want to support the team, not because I was selfish, but because I didn't see a benefit out of it for anybody. So roughly in comparison to Alcott and the Fruitlands, Alcott had a decision to make whether or not to abide by what he believed was his morals and his principles, and that was to live off the land, don't eat meat, be a vegetarian, don't use animals to help you basically live. And he may have seemed really crazy for that idea to most people, and he himself wasn't sure how well it's going to work out, but he did it anyways because he thought that's what was right. So again, roughly in comparison, I was faced with a decision whether or not I do what I believe in and focus on academics and not play basketball. And like I call it, maybe people thought I was a little crazy for not wanting to play high school sports, because in a small town it's basically the holy grail. And I made a decision and not knowing whether I was going to like it or not, and I was ultimately happy with it.